Hello. Hello. How are you? I love these flowers. It's that time of year. It's fall. And I hope we get some folks to come to the live today. I know I have some people that want to watch, maybe watch it later. And I'm just coming on here to talk VIP Kid Shop. Hello, Kim. Thank you for coming. And I have a list of things that I wanted to talk about. First of all, I wanted to talk about next week is National, I think it's October 1st is National Day, and they're going to have a week of celebrations. So that means that they are going to school tonight. So, well, for our night, their day. So tonight, I do not have any classes. Yes, Golden Week. That's right. And so I know that there have been posts that are going around about the Golden Week. I have a post on my iPad group that explains all about the Golden Week. And so this is a week that I personally have bookings next week, 2 to 3 every night. And so if you have any openings yourself that you can, manage to work, if you want some extra hours, you can try that. And I would say, maybe even try some short notices if you don't have them open yet. And so I have had a lot of weird cancellations. My phone was going off during the night. I had one student I was hoping to see like every night next week, and they canceled a few and left one or two. So, we'll see what happens. Some of them will fill, some of them won't. This is not my like full-time job, although it is the job that I get money from. I don't really get money from other jobs. So, yeah. So I am going to, that's my week next week. So for the Frenzy, okay, so some people are new. Frenzy is opening Monday to Monday. So you want to open up your slots on Sunday, and you can go ahead, and your current week should be somewhat booked. You may get bookings during the week, the first, the current week, but the Frenzy will be for the following Monday to Monday or Sunday night, whatever. So open up your bookings for the next 2 weeks. Open up your bookings for the next 2 weeks, and then you might get some more for this week, and then you might get booked on the Frenzy. So thank you guys for joining the live. I see 4 people on my live, and I also see 2 thumbs up. So if you can give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. I want to give a shout out. I am so excited. I don't see her here right now, but I have a referral that just signed her contract. And Marie is a VIP kid teacher. I am so excited. Hello. It's VIP Kid Health. This is my friend Micah. And yeah, we go way back. Marie made it. She has worked so hard. I actually found her online. I think she tried to join my iPad group, and she started messaging me back and forth, and she had not signed her contract yet. She actually was told to, take a break and maybe come back another time. And so she was so into this VIP kid thing. She just couldn't rest until she was a VIP kid teacher. And so she actually reapplied with a whole new email address, and she used my referral code, and she had to redo her entire process of the hiring process. And I just had we had our ups, we had our downs, and we just worked it. I'm telling you, it was awesome. And there were days she said she found some person that told her that he got his background check done in a day, and he signed his contract like on a Sunday or something weird like that. And I'm like, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. I mean, you could believe me. You met me on the internet, but not everything on the internet is true. So this was really funny. And she worked so hard. I mean, we were texting. She lives in California, and we were texting. We had to do some virtual chit chat. You know, we had to do some encouragement. She watched so many videos. She went to like 2 of the workshops that they offer now, and she got that TPR down. And I'm just so excited. And she texted me yesterday. I was at a volleyball game, and she's like, I signed my contract. And I was cheering for my daughter playing volleyball. And I was like, if I just stand up now and do a jig, everybody will think I'm doing it for the kids. But I was so excited. I am so excited for her. And I did have 3 referrals go through this quarter, so I'm really excited. And I told her, hopefully she can do her first class like October 1st. We'll see what happens with that. But that's what I told her. I said, you worked it. You deserve it. And she's going to be great. So I'm just really excited for her. And I'm just so proud of all the hard work that she's put into it. Thank you, Evelyn, for, chiming in. And thank you for listening, even though you're going to a funeral, not the most fun thing, but sometimes funerals are very good to, connect with our family and remember the good times. Yeah. So that's what we need to do. So, Kim, Evelyn, yeah, praying for you. And thank you, Micah, for joining. I'm so excited. Micah is the administrator of a weight loss group, and he started this the year of the dog. And I got in on it right away because I'm like, my thing was, okay, I'm watching every video, reading everything VIP Kid. And if you can give this a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. But I was reading everything VIP Kid, and I've been on the internet long enough to know that when we um when we I'm sorry, I'm thinking about something else. Got some issues. So I got to focus here. So when we first get into VIP Kid, you're all excited. And then all of a sudden, I saw negativity. And some of the negativity I saw was like, VIP Kid's terrible. I'm so tired. They won't even let me go to the bathroom. I only got 5 minutes in between classes. And, I got to just a lot of health related problems. And I'm thinking, why are these people in such dire straits? And it's not VIP Kids' fault if they're making, choices about their bookings. If you're booking 20 in a row and you can't make it to the bathroom, you might need to put open a slot somewhere. Come on. Take 30 minutes off. Like for me today, I usually do 8 in a row, but my first booking canceled and my last booking canceled. And instead of leaving them open, I just closed them out because I thought, it's just weird how that happens for me. Like I get a break when I need it. And so I was really glad that I had that break today. So instead of teaching all the way up till 10 today, I had a half an hour off. So that was good. So anyway, Micah has a weight loss group on Facebook, and I was able to get in on it, and I did really well for the first group. I lost almost 15 pounds, I think maybe like 14 pounds right away. And, then life got kind of busy. So I've been able to keep the weight off, but I've still been in the group, and now I need to work back into doing better with my exercise and making good choices for eating and things like that. So he encourages good health with his group, and he has a lot of really good videos. One of his latest videos that he put out was all about the upcoming time change and the upcoming we're going to lose the 9 o'clock and the 9:30 a.m. That's Eastern for me. I think it's 2100 and 2130 for Beijing time. We're going to be losing those because the Chinese government has said no more teaching, no more classes after that time. We don't really know if possibly we'll be able to do trials at that time, but I think we're thinking probably not. So, we have to make choices. And I love the way that his video stated that we need to think ahead. So now's the time we need to think ahead. We are going to have daylight savings time. So for me, I only do 1 or 2 classes in the morning on the weekdays. So that means for me, it probably won't change because I can still teach at that time. It may change for my students as far as I have one student I always want to teach at a certain time and they'll put him back, but I'll still be able to teach him. It actually will be better for me when they have the time change because I have to leave the house by 7 something. And so that's a thing. And then, yeah, so we are going to lose those 2 time slots, and then we're going to also have the time change. So that kind of cuts it back. So for people that can't get up earlier, you might be losing 2 hours. So that's a big concern. So you need to, really? I thought I sent my weight in. I didn't send it in. Oh, I sent mine in, but okay. So for the weight loss group, yes, it's very private. And I love that about Micah because he is very conscious of the privacy of the people on the group. Like he doesn't share information with anyone. I can't imagine what he's holding in his brain, but he really cares about people. And he wants to do this as a mission for teachers. He's totally has a heart for teachers. He doesn't get on there and share anything that anybody else wouldn't want to share. He'll open it up if people want to share from their own heart. But yeah, so he is very good. You send in your information privately, and it kind of helps you to be accountable. So you just like you send in a little form and then they keep Micah, I think he's the only one that sees it, puts it in the stats. So like say you lose 25 pounds and you're a winner, you know, he may ask, do you mind if I announce that you're a winner? I don't know how that works, but usually if you lose enough weight, you'll be happy to be a winner. But yeah, so he does it very privately, very discreetly. And I am an admin on the group as well. I don't really do anything with the statistics. I don't really do much. I'm a cheerleader. I cheer people on. When they're having a hard time, I want to be there to encourage them, and I cheer them on and recognize even the little accomplishments. We also have the what is it called? The weight. I can't remember I thought it was NSF or something like that. But things that you do that are accomplishments, but it's not necessarily losing weight. Non-scale victories, thank you. NSV. So we have posts about that. Like it could be like the other day, I just told the group, I said, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to lose weight. I have 10 more pounds to go to really feel like I'm at a good goal weight. And then that afternoon, one of the volleyball teams had a plate of cookies, and I would just happen to strike up a conversation, which never happens. Usually we play the games and we leave. But this one lady was really talkative and we just had the greatest time chatting. And she just was like, I just want to give you a plate of cookies. I was like, this never happens. It only happens because I determined that I wanted to, because I wanted to, lose weight. So I didn't eat them because I took a picture, put it on the group, and they talked me down. So it was awesome. So I should do that more often. I'm not a major sweets eater because many of you know I'm trying to fix my teeth. So if I eat a lot of sweets, it kind of defeats the purpose of, fixing your teeth and paying all this money, and then I'm going to have, cavities. So if I do eat sweets, it's usually just a little bit. So my problem mostly is just being busy and keeping active. So that's my thing. So I wanted to talk about National Day. Get ready. Now, how do you get ready for the time changes? Um, like Micah suggested in the video, start going to bed a little bit earlier, because you know that once that 1 hour goes back, you're going to feel it. So you could start going to bed a little bit earlier and just maybe getting up a little bit earlier. And when the time changes, you'll be ready. Make sure that you also get enough rest. Don't just take it cold turkey. I know it's hard because this time of year, but like he was mentioning in the video, this is a really difficult health time. We've got Halloween coming up, we've got Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas. This is a really good time to think about what you're doing to your body. Well, Kim, it's time to think about it. If you are unhealthy and you are struggling physically, it's going to affect your family. It's going to affect your health eventually. Like, it might not affect you. You're young, you can conquer the world at your age. But, I feel good. Like, I don't need as much sleep as I did when I was younger, actually. But, you do need to think about it, because once you start doing too much, eventually you get run down. And what happens in my life is I crash, and, it may not be a good thing. So, true, but if I don't make money, we will lose more than weight. Yeah, that's true. So somehow we have to figure it out, don't we? So it is a good thing we have VIP Kid. I know it's answered a lot of people's prayers, and it's been a blessing to many people. And but we do believe, I know Kim's a Christian, and when you believe in the Lord, you do believe in praying and asking God for a solution. And I have some really big prayer requests on my heart right now, like really big. And so I have to keep saying that to myself, honestly, because if I look at my life and I think I've got this, it's really not about me, because I don't have this. I need the Lord. I really do. And many times I'm the kind of person, I just pick myself up, grit my teeth, and just go, and I can just plow through anything. But the problems get too big. Everything gets too big. Everything gets too hard. And it is hard. So, I'm not making light of your situation, Kim, and I'm not telling you what you have to do. I'm just saying we do need to keep that in mind, that we do need to do what we can to take care of ourselves. And that's kind of why, like with my teeth, I'm not doing it to be vain. I'm trying to do it so that down the road, I don't have, like right now, I can pay, it's hard, but I'm paying to have my teeth fixed. But if I don't, you know, 10 years down the road, if I'm still alive, I'm going to be paying a lot more money to fix my teeth, because they're all going to be cracked and broken and falling out, and then I'm going to have more problems. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is trying to prevent a bigger problem. So even with VIP Kid, you can do things to prevent bigger problems. And if you start now, that's the best way to do it. And just be consistent. And the thing about our group is there's one lady who has done so well, and she makes up recipes. She gives hints on how to do recipes. And there are people on there of all different types of abilities and talents, and they can all share with each other. And I think this is the biggest thing about the VIP Kid world that I have found, is that the support that I have gotten from wonderful people. I am just so thankful for the support and the love that I've gotten. And I have reached out to a few people online, My daughter was in a group and somebody asked, is anyone here a VIP Kid teacher? I'd like to know more information. So my daughter, who is not a VIP Kid teacher, said, yeah, my mother does it. And I jumped in and, got talking to this person, and it's kind of sad, but they thought I was just trying to get their money. And it's hard to explain to someone online how awesome the VIP Kid teacher community is, because we help each other so much without asking for anything. It's just amazing to me. I mean, people are sharing rewards, people are sharing information, making YouTube videos. That's all free. I don't know how many jobs you can go to and get completely free training, and and then you're a better person after you've learned all this stuff. So I just want to keep passing on that, whatever you want to call it, legacy. I'm thinking of, I want to be just like them. I want to be the kind of person that is doing that also. And I believe I just read with one of my students this morning, and I wasn't planning on talking about this, but it just popped into my mind. But this was my last student of the day, and he read about it was a twist on Jack and the Beanstalk. And the story went that Jack got the magic beans. He built the beanstalk. The giant, he stole the golden goose. The giant fell down. He hurt his leg. So Jack's mom took him in and helped him and took care of him. And then the giant was appreciative. So the giant gave Jack the goose that laid the golden eggs. So it was kind of a little twisty, but yeah, I couldn't really say this. All I said was, it's good to be nice to people because it could come back to you. And in a way, that's true, isn't it? When we're nice to people, then it will come back to you. So yeah, so that's how the VIP Kid teachers do it, and I'm just thrilled with it, and I'm thankful to be a part of it. So I'm not out to get people's money, and sometimes they think it's an MLM scheme because, I have been in Pampered Chef. I have been in other MLM businesses, and they always suggest to ask everybody to work for your company. And I was in Pampered Chef for 2 years, and I got out of it, and they're still asking me to come back into it, and I don't really want to, because I'm just done with that, because it's a different I just feel like the products are more expensive, and you do have to do a lot of networking. And I feel like the people that are upper level, they have access to contacts and information that the beginning people do not have. And it's just, I love the products. I have my house full of them. And if I want something, I'll buy it. And I would have a party. I would host a party, but I don't want to sell it anymore. So, I can see where people get, turned off by MLM, but I know VIP Kid is nothing like that. And it's cool. I love it. So I wanted to just tell you, I wanted to talk a little bit about my fair. Okay. The Thursday I went to our fair, and the fair was really awesome. And I made a video and I put it on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys got to watch it. My son was able to sing the Star Spangled Banner. The Star Spangled Banner is sung every time for opening for the Deerfield Fair. And it was kind of cool. A few years ago, my son, he had gone away. He was going to into the army, and he was not in the greatest place. Thank you, Kim. He wasn't in the greatest place with the family and everything. He was going out to make his mark in the world, and he kind of had some issues and everything. But he kind of went around the world and back, literally, and he decided he was going to come home. And it just happened to be the week before the Deerfield Fair, which is a fair that we went to every year as he was growing up. And so it turned out through some phone calls that he got to sing the national anthem at the Deerfield Fair. So he had rolled in within a couple of days of just barely getting home after being in the army, being to Egypt, being to Texas, having all kinds of things happen in his life. He rolled in and he sang at the Deerfield Fair. So it's always going to be a special thing for me to see him sing. And the first time he did it, this was probably, I think, 3 years ago now. The first time he did it, it was like I was awestruck. I couldn't believe how well he did. And it just meant so much to us. Like, just in our minds, it meant so much to us. So, and then he's been able to keep it up. And he also sings every time they do this game called the Pig Scramble. So he sings for that too. And it's great. So, yeah, so if you've seen the video, it has a lot of different things, but I want to share something that happened at the fair that I did not put in my video. My mom is 70, oh, how old is she? 78, almost 79. And she met us there because she wanted to see my son sing. And then I went with the school, so I was walking around. So she walked around with me. And she's getting older. She's pretty good, but she, anything could happen when you're that age. And so finally, she said she had to use the bathroom. And so I'm like trying to find one. And in those places, sometimes the bathrooms are close, but really far. So we just kept walking, finally made it to the bathroom. And we see these police officers going in the bathroom. I'm like, something bad must be happening. Then I heard this like major water swishing, like there was a tidal wave inside the bathroom. And I'm like, oh my word. So somehow there was water like shooting out, not just overflowing toilet, but water shooting out of a pipe. So people were going in and going out, and then people were lining up. Fortunately, there were two porta potties right in front of it. So my mom was able to, avail herself of that. But as I was waiting, I mean, there's all this commotion, people talking, trying to figure out the situation. And so after probably like 20 minutes, we're starting to leave the area, and we hear this cheering. And this lady comes out. She had like plastic bag on her feet. And I thought maybe she would be soaking wet, because I thought maybe the water was squirting on her or something, but she wasn't wet. They just put the bag on her feet so that her feet wouldn't get wet, and she had to walk out of the bathroom. And somehow some pipe burst and she got stuck inside the bathroom and couldn't get out. So that was really, really weird. That was just really bizarre. So that was something I would not put in my video. And another thing was my mom, at one point, she climbed to the top bleachers of one of the places. These are like metal bleachers, and she's 78 years old, almost 79. So I was just like, wow. And I was also walking around with her, and at one point she had this hat. Oh, no, she was hot. It was a hot day. Usually it's not hot this time of year, but she was hot. So we tried to find a hat. Of course, we could not find any visors, and everything was like a baseball hat or a cowboy hat, something like that. She just wanted something with a brim. So we finally get to this place. They had like three of them, and it had like this little, she's like, I wish you could like tighten this. She tightened it, and she actually broke one of the strings on it. She put the thing back. And I'm like, Mom, you would never let me do that. It was pretty funny. She was in a really weird mood. So I would not put that on video either. And I did take her picture with the hat on, but I didn't really think she'd want me to put that in the video because, she wasn't all made up and stuff. It was cute though. So, yeah, There's also at this fair, they have a really cool woodsman's contest, which is really neat, where they take chainsaws and they cut through boards. I didn't put that in the video. They have horse shows where they show their horses, and they have acrobats where these acrobats, the same ones, come back every year, which is kind of cool. And yeah, they have like, oh yeah, the other thing was, it was so funny because I've been to that fair a lot, and usually they keep all of the pathways clear where you walk. But there was so much like animal manure everywhere, and I don't remember ever stepping in it so much as we did this last time. I'm like, surely they just haven't done. Um, Surely they haven't been cleaning it up as well as they usually do. And then they have a horse pulling contest, which around here they call it the hoss pulling, and they have a certain accent around here that is unique to our area. So, well, that's the story. Those are some things that happened at the Deerfield Fair. Now, for the fair that we go to, everybody, all the kids 12 and under are free. So years ago, when I used to go with my big family, we would bring our lunch and we would eat our lunch on the premises, and then we would just not spend any money at all. We would just go and look at all the animals, and I would get in for like $6. And then I said, it's a school trip. We're just going to go look at the animals, and we're going to just use this as a, science type event and we're going to do everything that's free. And we didn't buy food. We didn't go on the rides, and we would spend the entire day, and we still had a blast. So it was great. Well, I appreciate those of you who are watching, and I will be saving this as a video on my YouTube channel. And before I go, I wanted to give a shout out to some of my good friends that do lives. On Monday, Teacher Kelly Tag does a live. Tuesday, Marianne. Wednesday, Teacher Danny. Thursday, Kim T. And Friday, Evelyn Joy. And then I do Saturdays. And I just wanted to share this with you. And I'm going to put a link below this for each of these different people and their YouTube channels. And then that way you can keep track of when they do things. Because sometimes it does change, when things come up in our lives, we switch it around. So it's not set in stone, but Switch Me and Evelyn. Oh, okay. Kim T. Okay. Sorry about that. So Kim is Friday, Evelyn, I don't know how I did that. Evelyn is Thursday. So what I do is I go to school, so I can't really watch the lives while I'm at school, but like at lunchtime, I'll go ahead and go back and watch the playback. Or in the evening, or driving home or something like that. So I usually catch up with lives, and I try to put comments. And this is the thing, we can do this to help each other for free. We can make comments, we can encourage other people to go to their channels, and this helps us out, and it gives us more exposure to more people. And it doesn't cost me anything to be a part of this group, and it's been a blessing. And honestly, behind the scenes, we have prayed for each other. We are there for each other. We have, encouraged one another off of YouTube. We're not just only on YouTube. Then I wanted to give a shout out to Morgan Brown, who's been a new friend of mine. She has a level 1 group, and she has a lot of really great videos. And Micah, who does the health and wellness, and he has a lot of videos too. He's the one that I got. He sold me on getting this whiteboard. He did a really funny video on the whiteboard. And so I ended up getting this just because he recommended it. And I love it. It actually works really well. It's a little, it's a little bit sturdier than the dollar store one. Plus, I'm telling you right now, I like it because I think VIP Kid notices, and they're going to give me more bookings if I am VIP Kid, friendly. So thank you everyone for watching, and I appreciate you coming to this live. I know it's a Saturday. I have a lot to do today, and always. I've always got a lot to do. And this is the other thing I wanted to show reward before I go. I usually like to show reward. This time of year, I'm doing pumpkins. And so I have this pumpkin, I have a scarecrow, I have some pumpkin, happy face pumpkins, which I don't know where they are at the moment. They're probably buried. They're buried because I had other things. So we have this pumpkin, and we have, like, I just put faces on these and I give them happy pumpkins. And then at the end, if I have more time, I will have them draw a pumpkin with a face and stuff like that at the end. And then I have this Google Slides has some really good rewards also. And if you don't know how to do Google Slides, you can go to the Google Slides Facebook group official, and they have videos on how to set it all up. But I love this one because when you click on it, you get fun pumpkins. And there you go. Yeah. So this one's cool. So that's the way it is. Yeah, so I like to share a video, I mean, a reward, and you can do anything you want with pumpkins, but I just told the kids that we do pumpkins and we put lights in them. We'll clean them out. We'll, light a candle, call it a jack-o'-lantern. So it opens a little bit of discussion. You could also do shapes. Like when I draw my own pumpkin at the end, I will put triangle, triangle. You could do circle. You could talk about shapes, colors, things like that. So I really did need extension a couple times today. The lessons went by and they were very you know, not much to them, and I needed a little extra. So they came in handy, and I've used the pumpkin today and yesterday. I've used the pumpkin theme for all of my students, all levels. Like the little kids, I'll just give them the happy pumpkin. I didn't really do this one for the little kids because I thought level 1 kids might make them scared or something. So this one might not, but that one might kind of be scary for them. I don't know. I don't know, but I just did the happy pumpkins instead of like happy stars or something. All right, so that's all I have for today. I had a couple other things I thought I might mention, but I think the time has gone pretty well, and I'm ready to move on with my day. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Micah, for coming. And thank you for watching. Thank you for the thumbs up. And if you would like to come to my iPad group, I do have a Facebook iPad group that we share what we can do with an iPad and give support for that. There are a lot of teachers who use just an iPad for teaching. There are a lot of teachers who have the iPad as a backup, just in case something happens with their computer. Sometimes the computer might update. So, oh heavens, I've seen people like drop coffee on their computer. Things happen, so it's always good to have a backup. And an iPad is a really good way to have a backup. For me, the iPad was something I already had, so I didn't have to go out and buy one. So that made it so that I could continue teaching until I could afford to buy a computer that would work. And so that's that. I have the iPad group, and the weight loss group, I don't think we're accepting any new patients. I don't know what the story is on that, but everybody's welcome to check out VIP Kid Health. And if you message Micah and you really want to be in the group, he doesn't really, I don't know if he ever turns people away. I don't know. He'll have to answer that. So thank you so much for watching. And I will link the people that I mentioned for YouTube videos, and I will link them below later on today so that you know who I'm talking about. Because I know when I first met all these people, I did not know, who they were. I had to keep asking the one person that I knew who's this person? Who's that person? So I figure maybe I can just put a link down below and then you can go ahead. And if you want to be, you know, a YouTube creator, there's even a YouTube creator group on Facebook and you can start doing that. I'm very new to doing YouTube videos and I'm just kind of doing it for the fun of it. Just, you know, I have used my YouTube videos a lot, especially for people that ask the same questions. Instead of just answering them, I can just give them a video that has all the information in it, and then I can talk to them after if they have any more questions. So it kind of works out. Yes, we are all friends, Kim. That is the truth. We have all become really good friends. And I've become really good friends with Micah too. Micah started me in with the Year of the Dog, which is the first weight loss group that he had. And, you know, I just kind of follow his videos and try and encourage him because I believe he has a really good message. And I believe that I believe his heart too is for people. It's not, I want to be famous, you know, it's about, I want to help people. I want to help people be healthy. I want to make their life better because they learned some good things about their health and they can be in a better place because of it. So, yeah, I appreciated his heart on that. So, yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much, guys. And I hope you guys have a really great day. Bye bye. Happy teaching.